next item I want to cover then in my unfamiliar area everyday carry is the street guide. Now, what I want here is quite simply as detailed an A to Z street map as I can physically carry with me. Obviously what I don't want is a huge A4 spiral bound 400-page street guide. That would be great because the information contains, but it's just too cumbersome to actually carry with me, and also far too conspicuous to kind of grab out and look through. So I'm looking at a kind of halfway house guide, a small discreet guide with, you know, ideally a fully indexed street list in there down to the relatively small avenues and boulevards, and then, you know, clear comprehensive mapping on every page so I can actually see what's going on. Now, this again is one of those items I almost never ever read about, yet for me is completely indispensable. In a city such as this one, Paris, France, you know, there's going to be areas that are problematic, there's going to be areas that are okay, and I quite simply need to start finding out where those are and then orientate myself to make sure I stay in the ones that I do want to and don't drift in the ones I don't want to. And my A to Z is quite simply the way of doing that. If I'm getting misplaced, first and foremost I can actually find where I am and start to make a plan to kind of, you know, go from there. It also means that prior planning, before I go out for the day, I can make sure I understand the routes, the areas I'm going to, and basically can just kind of familiarise myself and plan as I go along, or correct any mistakes as they occur. This really is that big step away from reliance on technology, which is the big thing I'm all about. I love technology, it's great, it's useful, but you cannot rely on it. So the kind of old school skills of being able to actually have and use a street map, in my mind, is absolutely, you know, indispensable. If you don't know how to use it, this is one of the things you're going to have to learn. Right? Don't rely on Google Maps, don't rely on Google Earth, don't rely on TomTom or a GPS system to talk you around everywhere. Those are useful assistants, but that should not be your primary means of navigation. Or if it is, it shouldn't mean that you don't have a secondary mean. So, A to Z map, in my mind, it is absolutely indispensable, but only worth it if you have the knowledge to use it. Now, I'm going to do a subsequent section on this later about what we would sort of refer to in the military as IPB, or intelligence preparation of the battle space, about some things that you may actually want to do to your map once you've got it to make it far more functional and easy for you to use. But in the beginning, for right now, have one and know how to use one and practice using one.